This is why fighters are scared of Ryan Garcia. Because against him, you don't lose rounds, you lose moments. One blink, one hesitation, one wrong step, and the fight is over before your body even realizes what happened. That fear is back under the spotlight as Garcia prepares for his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios. I honestly think it's going to be a bloody fight. I'm serious. I expect cuts, chaos, and damage. I don't even want to touch that prediction yet. You know how they say it's bad luck. Woo. It's going to be good. And suddenly, the boxing world is split again between hype, doubt, and a very real sense of danger. Ryan Garcia doesn't scare opponents with pressure or volume. He scares them with speed. Real speed. Fight-changing speed. The kind that makes experienced fighters second-guess throwing punches, because they know if they miss by an inch, they're getting countered instantly. Garcia's recent strong performances reminded everyone why his name always brings tension.
It's nasty left hook. Everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it. He just whips. He fought Devin Haney, who is one of the best pure boxers in the sport. He's so good. But he just didn't have the understanding yet that a guy can whip that left hook so fast and came up in these weird angles.
I mean, I know which one's version is going to show up this fight. You know, at the end of the day, you know, that Rolly camp was just a hard one to get by, you know. I was doing a lot of stupid shit, not treating my body like a temple before that. I mean, obviously I had a year layoff. But it's okay, it's behind us. I'm ready to I position my body to be in top form. I feel in top form, top shape, and that's what he's gonna get, you know, the best version of me.
It has just snowballed into the most bizarre run of episodes. I mean, I've watched it like the Truman Show, you know, like from afar, thinking, is this actually real? I've never seen it from a fighter before. I think, by the way, it might be irrelevant in terms of his performance, because I think him being a little bit out there in this fight is not the end of the world for him. Like, if he goes out there aggressive and lets his hands go, he's going to be dangerous in this fight. But if he tries to box with Devin Haney, he's going to get absolutely schooled. And I think it's also been difficult for Devin. You know, people haven't really talked about that. Like, you've got to be watching this guy on social media thinking, there's no way he's fighting. You're putting the hours in the gym, the road works, the hard spars, and you're seeing this guy like turning up and Derek James kind of walking around the gym going, what's going on? So I think it's been hard for Devin to stay motivated like he would do if he saw Ryan Garcia looking like a machine coming into this fight. So I think it's a dangerous fight. Either way, I expect Devin Haney to do the business, but I do think Ryan Garcia is going to be...
That left hook isn't just fast. It's invisible until it lands. Fighters don't see it coming. They feel it when their legs are already gone. And that single weapon changes how opponents approach him before the first bell even rings. That's where the fear comes from. Opponents don't fight Ryan Garcia freely. They hesitate. They hold back. They fight tight. And once hesitation sets in, Garcia becomes even more dangerous, because he thrives on openings that exist for only a fraction of a second.
Your thoughts on the division right now? Ryan Garcia will challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. A lot of people have been a bit negative about that, seeing as Ryan Garcia is coming off a loss and fighting for a world title in his next fight. What's your thoughts on that fight and Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios?
Fuck up over him too. Don't care. It's up to him.
Do you have a prediction for that fight?
Don't even really watch this fight.
Rumor is Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios at 147. I don't even mind the fight. It's just a matter of principle in boxing. Like, how does he get a title shot off, coming off a loss to a guy that does deserve the title fight more because he beat Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So if they're able to get this fight, it would be a blessing for Ryan Garcia to be able to walk into a title fight off of the loss and have the title fight be against Mario Barrios. It doesn't get better than that. I wouldn't say it doesn't get easier than that for Ryan Garcia. Honestly, at 147, it doesn't get easier than that to grab a belt. So I think this is a win-win for Ryan Garcia. I mean, it's a win for Mario Barrios too, because it's a headline matchup. It's a big-time name. And it's not Devin Haney or Brian Norman Jr., so there's that. And you don't have to fight Rolly, who just beat Ryan. So if this thing goes down, I think it's a win for everybody. I don't know if it's necessarily fair that Ryan gets the title shot right away after losing to Rolly, but I want to see the best Ryan possible.
Yeah, I think it'll happen. I think it should be close to happening. They're just ironing out some things, but I don't know. Hopefully it does.
Just break that down for me. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good fight. Styles make fights. You know, it's the odds are stacked against Tank in that fight, but he has experience and he's proven more than Ryan.
That wasn't a steroid whooping, bro. That was just a cold blood.
That was bad.
They ever run that back?
For sure, they're gonna run it back because
Devin Haney's suing him for assault and battery.
That's wild.
Nah, that's
I guess the rationale is that if he used PEDs to beat him, then it ruined his reputation. And how much damage did that cost to his career? And that's what he's suing for.
Or you could just get it back in blood.
Do you think Devin Haney could knock out Ryan Garcia?
No.
You tell me. You tell me. Won't work on me. You know.
We'll see. That's what they all say. But somehow I find the target every time.
Don't be talking shit in my city.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Come on now. Come on now.
Talking shit in my city.
You know how it is. Your city. Your city.
In my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that lipstick?
No.
Many fighters like you. That was strong. Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started that shit.
Come on, you go for it.
That's exactly why this matchup with Mario Barrios is being discussed the way it is. Stylistically, Barrios brings toughness, durability, and a real willingness to stand his ground. He isn't easily intimidated. He's comfortable trading in the pocket. And he believes that if he can survive the early speed, the fight slows down and begins to tilt into his world. That's the blueprint many fighters have brought against Garcia. But that plan carries massive risk, because Ryan Garcia doesn't need rounds. He needs moments. And Barrios' style, as brave as it is, keeps him in range just long enough for Garcia to find exactly that. Boxing critics are divided. Some believe Barrios' size and grit could test Garcia in ways others haven't, especially if the fight drags on and becomes physical. They argue Garcia still has questions to answer when things don't go perfectly. Others see this as a nightmare matchup for Barrios.
Romero breaks down his fight with Ryan Garcia and explained how he beat him.
People want to say, oh, it was the power that really got him. No, I completely neutralized him completely. I took away his best weapon away from him. This one time he threw a hook, he got dropped. And then what was he going to throw at me? Right hand? He's never threw a right hand.
That was it for a ref.
And then he couldn't use his speed on me because I'm a lot faster. I'm more explosive than him, He really couldn't do anything. And, I took away that hook from the very beginning of the fight and he had no option for it. And like I said, I know him too well.
Hey, who do you think is gonna win in the fight? Ryan Garcia or Mario Barrios?
I think Ryan Garcia, bro. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
And I think this is his chance, I hope he's working hard because
he is, bro.
Yeah,
he is.
okay. Because this is his chance to be a world
147 pounds, 8-ounce gloves, dude. Those things got damn near nothing in them. And the way Ryan punches, and by the way, the way Barrios punches, Barrios got some power on him too. Don't get it mistaken. And we know Ryan, that left hook has been his kryptonite. He can get clipped, he can get dropped. Part of the reason we like the way he fights because he's in there to gunsling a little bit, but he can't come out hesitant like he did versus Rolly and just get steamrolled because Barrios is looking to prove a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Barrios is coming off 2 split draws, or 1 majority draw and a split draw, to somehow keep his belt. And now he's with Goosen. You got to think he's going to come out with a fire in his belly too, right? So again, Ryan better realize that this is his, I would say, if he don't win the world title here, this might be his last shot. I'm talking for world titles. I'm talking for big fights. Ryan desperately needs to have a big performance. You get walked into another kind of meh fight with Mario Barrios, man, especially after what Tank did to him, especially after Manny Pacquiao goes to a draw with him at 40-something years old. Not it, bro. You better go out and make a statement. And if you're Barrios and you get a win over Ryan Garcia, keep that belt. Now you have an opportunity to fight Devin Haney, to fight Rolly Romero, to fight Conor Benn. There's all big fights still waiting on you. So, and again, Ryan making his way up to 147 pounds, making his way up to this weight, second time now. It's a bit of an interesting adjustment, whereas Barrios, he's a big dude. Compared, I think Barrios is probably bigger than Ryan. So massive, massive opportunity. No one obviously ever wants to lose a fight, but I feel like this is
the moment Barrios overcommits or starts to get comfortable. That's where the psychological edge Garcia carries shows up. Fighters don't just train for him, they stress about him. Because speed like this doesn't only hurt you physically, it rewires your decision making. Fighters stop trusting their instincts. They begin fighting not to lose instead of fighting to win. That's where Ryan Garcia does his best work. Looking beyond this fight, the stakes are massive. A dominant win over Barrios doesn't just move him forward.
Like I said, I see an overall consistent, really good fighter. You know what I mean? There's nothing that super pops out to me, but I know that when he steps in the ring, you're gonna get that version of him every time. He's been pretty consistent. He's pretty sharp with some counters. But there's a lot of things I see that I could take advantage of, but we'll see come that fight night.
I was asking him about kind of the resume that he has, and if you're on that level, do you believe he's on the level of the guys that you've fought?
Well, for sure. I mean, he's without a doubt. You know, he's definitely a worthy opponent, a good representation of the world champion. And that's what makes it exciting. That's what's fun about it. We don't want no, patty cakes here, brother. We want somebody that could fight. So yeah, no, man, it's truly an honor to fight a good champion and have this opportunity.
All right, Ryan's going to come in looking to fight. Just like you said there, is that the kind of fight you're expecting? A physical one?
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the type of fights, I'm usually, they get me pumped. That's one of the reasons why, we did, choose Ryan, for this next fight. Because we know, he wants to strap. And, I know a Ryan that's on his, he's going to come with it. And it's going to be a great night. And
I'm gonna spice it. The only thing I'm worried about him for is Joe don't stop fights. So if he's getting cut, he ain't gonna stop the fight. I'm just telling you, he ain't gonna stop that fight. I know you don't want it, but he ain't coming to save you. I tell you that. Joe is one of those guys. So, because I predict it's gonna be a bloody fight. I'm being dead serious. I ain't
gonna need to save him.
I think it's gonna be a lot of cuts. I'm just saying.
Might be.
Mark my words. And I think he's gonna need to stop it, but he won't. Yeah. But hey, you're a warrior. You're Aztec warrior. So
100%.
Right? So, it's gonna be good. I cannot wait.
Move Garcia forward, and it throws him right back into the biggest conversations in boxing. Super fights. Legacy fights. The kind of matchups that define careers and lock in true star power. More importantly, it brings the fear factor back into focus, because speed doesn't fade the same way power does. It ages like timing. And right now, Ryan Garcia looks sharp, fully locked in, and dangerous enough to remind the division why his name still makes fighters hesitate before saying yes. This fight isn't just about who wins. It's about whether that fear gets loud.